Hi, I'm going to talk to you today about business brand versus personal brand and what the difference is between both and why both are important. But if you are an entrepreneur, one of them is probably more important than the other, at least in the beginning when you're getting started and sometimes when you're doing a whole business refresh. So if you are new to my page, welcome. I'm so happy that you're here. My name is Ginna. I'm also the owner and founder of Hype Media, and we are a boutique social media marketing agency working with small business owners and corporations through done-for-you services with all things social media marketing and strategy. But I personally mentor female entrepreneurs one-on-one, and I work on helping you define your personal style and brand, elevating it so that you can increase your visibility and bring in more business so you can serve more people, more of your perfect people, and make an impact. Um, if you are watching this live or on the replay, I'd love to know, how long have you been in business for? And if you're currently not in business, but maybe you're thinking about it, then let me know that too, that, hey, I'm actually thinking about starting something on my own. So here's the thing. As a founder of your business, you have a huge attachment to it, right? I know I do. I have an attachment to Hype Media as a business. And I have an attachment to the Style Rebel Mama, which is my image consulting business. But the attachments are different. And here's why. I'm proud of both. I serve people in many different ways with both. But the Style Rebel Mama started as a personal brand. And you can tell when you go to that page, when you go to anything that has to do with Style Rebel Mama, the difference in the energy, the content, the engagement, all of that. And here's the secret sauce to why. Because from the very beginning, close to from the very beginning, I put myself out there as a personal brand versus as the jewelry that I represent or other products and services that I offer through that brand. Whereas with Hype Media, because it's an agency and we deal with a lot of done-for-you clients, small businesses, and corporations, in the beginning, there was no Ginna Tassinelli involved in that, not in the forefront. And so what I learned over time was that part of the reason why during times when I had the downs was because I was not putting myself out there as a personal brand. So we get really attached to building our businesses, but we forget about the human aspect that is needed within our business to make some real human connections. Because here's the thing, people don't buy products, they buy into people. Okay, they build relationships with a person before they actually buy a product. Now, if you are Nike or a big company like that, there's a little difference in that. Well, there's a lot of difference in that, okay? They also have millions of dollars to invest in advertising to put their brand out there instead of an actual person. And then they invest in influencers and sponsors, or athletes and people that can endorse them, right? But I think most of us that are watching this are either solopreneurs or small business owners. Maybe you have a small team, maybe you have a brick and mortar, but it's still really important to put yourself out there as you, as your personal brand. So I want to share with you 4 reasons why putting yourself out there as a personal brand can make such a difference in your business. So number 1, there is an element of trust when you put yourself out there as a personal brand, meaning as a human being behind or in front of your business, okay? And you're able to really differentiate yourself from your competitors. So if you sell makeup and somebody next to you also sells makeup and you guys sell the same exact makeup, guess what? You shouldn't see that person as a competitor of yours. You know why? because they have something completely different to offer than you do in their personal brand. You are two completely different people. You're unique in your own ways. You have your own superpowers. You have your own uniqueness, your own characteristics that are going to attract different people to each of you. And so that's why it's really, really important to put yourself out there as a personal brand and know that in a saturated market, or what might seem like a saturated market in the business that you're in, it actually isn't if you step outside of your comfort zone and you put yourself out there in front of your business. Number two is when you put yourself out there as a personal brand, as the voice, as the human in front of your business, the products that you sell, the services that you offer, you build credibility with your audience, with your ideal audience. So they're going to see you as not just the owner of the business, but they're going to see you as the person that they are trusting, the person that they are recognizing to be the leader of that business. And so that will also help when you're putting yourself out there as a personal brand versus as your products or services. Number three, when you're putting yourself out there as a personal brand, you are increasing your credibility. And then you start to get more recognition. You may get reached out to be interviewed, to write a blog post about something, because you're not just talking about your products or services. You're talking about you as a human being and how you can serve others as a human, not just by selling somebody something. And then the last thing that I want to share with you is that when you put yourself out there as a personal brand, you will find your tribe. That is something that it took me a while to understand, but you truly do. So it can get frustrating as an entrepreneur when you have these dips in revenue, right? When you're not making as much as you expect to because you're putting all this work and effort out there. A lot of that has to do with the messaging being off. And typically, when we are constantly pushing our products and services, the message doesn't stay consistent because you're not putting you as a human being, your characteristics, your own experiences, your values, your skills, you're not putting those in the forefront. Instead, you are leading with a product or service, and you may have multiple products, may have multiple services. And that's just, if that's all you're talking about, it's kind of a turnoff. So leading as a personal brand is really going to change the perception that people have on your business as well, because they will relate more, they will connect more, and you will find your perfect audience. If you guys have any questions about this, please let me know. I always come back and I check them. And until then, have a great rest of the week, and I will chat with you guys soon. Bye.